working now?
Yes, I'll start recording.
Okay, thank you very much. So once again, I would like to say welcome all for the day 2 for 2021 Naija PowerBI Saturday. This is an event that runs every Saturday from 3 to 4 p.m. And today, let me quickly share my own screen. Okay, I hope you can see my screen now. So,
Yes.
okay, great. So let me project this. Okay, so today we'll be looking at DAX. In fact, for the next 4 weeks, we'll still be talking about DAX. So today we'll be looking at the content that says, why do we need to use text function? So lists of DAX text functions that we have. We're going to look at the list, we discuss it, and we're going to demonstrate them, definitely not all, just some of them. And why use DAX dates and time function? We're going to also look at the list for date and time functions, and we're going to run through a demo. So let me move on to my next slide. So why do we really need the test functions? Now, those test functions, they help you do lots and lots of things as far as helping you to pull out what you need that is not available. Majorly, that test function work with tables and columns. With that text function, you can return a part of a string. Maybe they gave you a long string and you just need a part of that string. And you need to do that for all the rows or for a particular column down the line. And there is need for you to know how to use this function. You want to search for a text within a string. That if this text is within this string, let me know. If not, let me know. You want to put some string together. Maybe in your reports, you have a report that is showing you your name, your surname, and other names. But on your, for that's what you have in your data set. But on your report, you feel like having it as the surname and the other name combined together. So we are going to look at how you can actually concatenate and do all of these things. You can also control the format of date and time with the help of these test functions. So test function is so powerful, is needed. And apart from test function, we'll be looking at date and time also today. Okay, let's look at list of that test functions that we have. There are lots of them. Like I said, time will not permit us to demonstrate all, but I will talk about them and demonstrate some of them. So number one, left function. If you have a text in a particular column and there is need for you to extract text from the left of that column, you can easily do that. Maybe you are setting up a report and you already have your data set in Power BI and you needed the first letter of all the names to be extracted and concatenated to the last name. To extract the first letter alone, you will need this left function. So that will give you return the specified number of characters from the start of a text string, from the beginning. That is left. And it depends on the number of character you might need. Again, len function. I use this a lot, especially when I'm working. Most of my clients, they are actually in the banking sector. And if I'm dealing with my clients, maybe they want to do some audit verification and so many things. Now, I use this len function a lot. For example, They want to see amongst all the account number on their database at the customer service, how many of them are actually compliant, not only the account number, the BVN or the, so okay, let me just leave it at that, BVN or account number. Now, account number, we know that's supposed to be 10 digits. BVN is supposed to be social number of digits, maybe 11 or 12 digits there, but I've forgotten. I can issue a length function to quickly look at the length, return the number of character in that string. Look at the length of the account number. If the length of the account, return the length and tell me if the length of the account number is less than or it is greater than what? Greater than 10 or it is less than 10, then it is the account number is not correct. And I can throw this into a measure, the percentage of incorrect account number that we have on our database. So by the time we start doing things like this, it makes life much more easier for us. Now we are reporting that so percentage of all the account number we have in our database is incorrect. This is a wonderful tool that we can use to achieve such. Now we have lower. Where is upper? Oh, I think there should be upper somewhere there. Oh, okay, upper is here. We have lower, we also have upper. So these two, you use them to move your text into uppercase or lowercase. Convert all letters in a string to a lowercase, that is lower. While upper, we do the reverse. Convert a text string to all uppercase letters. So that is the upper, and we have seen the lower. So that is, how many have we done now? We've discussed mid. Mid is used to extract character, but this time not from the left, neither from the right. It's from the middle or anywhere within the text. Return a string of characters from the middle of a text string, giving a starting position and the length. Anytime you are using mid, you have to specify from where should I start picking from and how many characters should I pick. So a good example, let's look at this character. Okay, this is character. Let me underline it. If I need to extract ract from this, I will say mid. Mid of what? Mid of this field character, comma, starting from which position? 1, 2, 3, 4. Starting from position 4, how many characters should I pick? 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick 4 characters. Now with this, I'm picking 4 characters from position 4. This is how I will get my work done. So I can easily use mid to achieve this. So that is that about mid. So we have replace is another wonderful tool that you can always, wonderful function that you can use. So when you use replace, it replaces parts of a text string based on the number of characters you specify with the different text string. And the important thing about any of all these functions is that by the time you start using them in Power BI, it gives you what to call intelligence. Now that intelligence is to guide you. And all these formulas, no, don't let me say all, some of them like this will not work in Excel. Most of the formulas here will work in Excel exactly the way you use them in Power BI. So I always say if you are good in Excel, so your journey in Power BI, you've already covered over 40% of your journey in Power BI. So it's so similar. But if you are not, no problem. There is always room to learn, improve, and get up there. So we've talked about rights. We've talked about right is just the opposite of left. It's picking this time, it's starting from the right. Oh, I remember I gave somebody a quiz and I said, look at this, for example. If I say pick from the right, pick 3 characters from the right, what will be the answer? So supposedly the answer is supposed to be SED, but it told me DES. in his own opinion, he thought the letters would be reversed. No, the letters will still remain the way they are, just that it's going to pick 3 characters from the right. So that is that about right. Now let's talk about trim. Trim help you to remove all spaces from text except for single spaces between words. All spaces from your text, trim will take them out except for within the word. So if you have words, any space within, don't worry, but leading and trailing spaces, trim takes care of them perfectly. Now we have upper. Oh, I've talked about upper value. Some cases you brought in a number into Power BI, and when you start working, you expected the number to be used for calculation, and it's not giving you calculation. Now, when you check it, you now find that the number is actually a test. Now, at that point, what can you do? Some people will say, okay, I will go back to my ETL, that is Power Query, and change it to value and come back to continue my work. I might say, no, I don't even need to do that. I can use this function to automatically convert those tests into numbers. So this is what we use to convert text to number within Power BI. Now you have combined values. Combined values help you to join 2 or more text string into a single string. So that is combine. It's like concatenate. Concatenate join 2. Please don't let us make this mistake. Concatenate in Power BI, join just 2. But in Excel, you can concatenate as many as up to 64. But in Power BI, is just 2. So concatenate join 2 text string into 1 text string. If I want to combine about 2, 3 text string together, then I must look for a way to manage that concatenate very well. Maybe I want to join 3 text string together. I'll for use 1 concatenate to join 2, and now bring the result of that 2 with another concatenate, so combine it with the 3rd one. Whereas in Excel, I may not need to do all that. So the next one here is concatenate X. Don't forget, anyone with this row level expression, know that it's not only going to happen to each row, it's going to do one calculation, one expression on a row, and repeat it down the line. And majorly, what this will give to you is actually more like a measure, a single value. Now, concatenate X concatenates the result of an expression evaluated for each row. Don't forget, this is the row context we are talking about. It's going to perform this for each row in a table. So maybe we can actually demonstrate that if time permits us. So the next one is exact. Exact used to compare 2 columns. Maybe there is a data set that you are giving, and this is the email address that the person supplied. And there is another, at a point in time, you collected the email address again. Now, they now ask you to quickly do a report for them to look at the percentage compliance. How many of this email address is exactly what was given to them before? So don't stress yourself. With the help of exact, you can say exact email address 1, email address 2. Once you do this, it will tell you whether it's true or false. It's now for you to now say how many true do we have, how many false do you have? What is the percentage of false over the total number? So I can report the percentage compliance. So all these things, those are things you can make use of during your analysis. Now the next one is find. Find is another beautiful function. This returns the starting position of one text string within another text string. So you use this to find, for example, within this text string position, I want to find session from here. Session. Now, session is starting with S. Where is the start position? 1, 2, 3. The answer there will now be what? Will now be 3. If I say, help me look for I is actually 2 here, but it's going to return the first one. Position of the first one, 1, 2, 3, 4. The answer for I will be what? Will be 4. So that is that about find. Now let's talk about feast. Now, feast will return a number to the specified number of decimal places. For example, you have a test, the decimal places is so much, and you want to return it to maybe 2 decimal places. You can actually use the function feast to achieve this. This will give you your work to the number of decimal places. Now, apart from that, the next one is format. Format help you convert a text value to any format you like. For example, a date came in as a text. I want to reformat it in a better way that I like, or and so on and so forth. Format is a powerful tool. In fact, you cannot run away from this if you really want to learn how to do great reports with good description context. So that is that. Now we have rep. It's actually repeat, but you don't. This is where you write the function rept. Repeat text a given number of time. Maybe somebody now asks me, no. Anytime somebody puts anything they put in a particular column, look at what they put in the column and repeat X, the number of times they put it in that column. For example, if somebody should put maybe 3 in the column, repeat this X 3 times, or repeat 57. This is the test I want to repeat. How many times? Repeat 57 3 times. You write 57, 57, 57 for you. So you can use this to repeat a particular test is number of time. So when people do survey, we use this a lot to help them quickly do convert their survey from quantitative analysis to from qualitative to quantitative. We quantify those reports and help it. So these are handy tools to use during that time. Now, there is need again to learn and understand search. Anytime you use a search function will return the number of the character at which at a specific character or text string is first found, reading from the what? From the left to the right. Now, I want to search for, this is my text. I want to search for maybe A from this text. Now, it will tell me A on this test. How many A do you have on this test? 1, 2. It will tell me I have 2A on this test. But if I say, look, I can even specify the characters and the number that I'm interested in. If you don't, this last parameter there is not compulsory. If you leave it out, it will give you all the A's, number of A's you can see. But if you put a parameter there, it will limit it to the number of parameter that you put there. Now, the next one is substitute. Substitute is close to replace. Replace an existing test with new tests. So let's assume there is a test, like look at this test, character, and somebody now say, look, no. Replace the ARA. Replace ARA with I. The mean is you now get CHICTER. So that is how substitute work. So substitute will remove what you want and replace it with something else. So we have unique character and Unicode. They are actually words and opposites. So unique character return the unit code of a character. Every character you have on your keyboard has a special code. But if you combine more than one character, it's going to work with the first character. And unit code return the numeric code from that character. While unit character will convert your number back into the what? Into the code. So for example, A, don't quote me. Let's assume A means assumption 50. So that is the code. So this is the character A, and this is the code the system recognized 50. The same way, if I say, okay, convert from the code back to the character, it will tell you, if you put 50, it will tell you A. If you put 51, it will tell you B. So we are going to demonstrate that so that you can see how that works. So that is that about the list of DAX text functions that you might have. So we need to quickly do a demo. I hope my time is not that far spent. Any question at this point? Do you have any question? Oh, my time has gone far. Please permit me to run through the second one. I can do the demo together, please. So the second part, why I use date and time function? The major reason why I use date and time function, this function helps you create calculation based on date and time. Many of the functions in DAX are what? Similar to that of Excel. I've said this earlier, date and time functions. However, DAX function use a date time data type and can take values from the column. So as an argument. So you majorly use date and time to manipulate your date and time syntax. This is different from time intelligence. Luckily enough, one of us volunteered to take time intelligence next week. In fact, that will be awesome. So when I saw that, I was so happy, and I will encourage more. If you know you have a very good topic, you can deliver, no problem. But the next few weeks, we want to take time to take DAX one by one and have a better understanding of DAX. So let's look at some date and time function. We have calendar. You use this to generate a calendar. You have to specify the start date and end date. You have calendar auto. It's similar to calendar, but what this does is it will run through your database. When it runs through your database, it will look at the earliest and the late time, the last time on your database, and use it to generate a table for you, calendar table. So date, return the specified date in date time formats. So anytime you use date, you are trying to create a date time format by supplying three major parameters. So you have date difference. This one helps you calculate the difference between two dates, and you can now specify how you want your answer to be viewed. Date value will return the exact value of a date. So that is what date value is used for. Day will give you the day within the month. So between 1 and 31, you will get one answer by the time you issue day on a date. If you issue e-date, return the date that is indicated. Return the date that is the indicated number of months before or after the start date. So now the major thing with e-date is just end the date. Same thing, you have it here, end of the month. That will give you the last day of the month as you have it on your work. This will return for you the hour. This will return for you the minutes from your work. Minutes will be between 0 and 59. Hours will be between 0 and 23, because 24 is 0. 0 and 23, that is hour. Month is generally between 1 and 12. That is for month. It will return the month number from a date. Now we give you. Hello, okay. Is there a question for me, please?
No question for now.
Okay. Please, if you have any question, drop it. So, or you can raise your hand. Now, Now we give us the current date and time. Quarter, we do the same thing for us. We have 4 quarters in the month. Any date you supply, it will tell you the quarter that date fell into. Second, we give you the second for that work. So if you are doing some work for some organization, they really want to see the turnaround time, even in second, to the last second. How many seconds does it take for us to respond to our client's request online? So there are a lot of things you can do with all this analysis. So time is like date. It converts to time for you. Time value gives you the value of the time. The same thing you have it as today. Today is like now. This gives you the date and the time. Why today give you just the date. So you have the UTC now. So it's the same thing. So you return the current UTC date and time. UTC today. So weekday, week number, year, and finally year fraction. So the weekday, that one gives you between 1 and 7, because it's like how many days you have in a week. It's either it's from 1 to 7, and you also have to specify which one is your 1. Is it Monday or Sunday? So that is that you need to do on weekday. And week number will tell you return the week number for a given date and year according to the what return type value. So that is that. I'm going straight to demonstrate both of them now. So as we are demonstrating, if you have any question, please feel free to ask your question. And if you want to know how it can be applied, no problem. At least I can tell you how to apply some of these on your projects. So where is my Power BI? Let me see if I can get a data from where. I have data set I can work with. Let me see. Trim and clean. We have a CSV file here. Let me load this CSV file. Okay, get a data from me. It's a CSV file. Test of CSV from, is it this place? Yes. So trim and clean, give this to me. Let's see how far this can go. This can go in our work. So let's see, transform. Is there anything to transform there? Is there anything to transform? Nothing. Close and apply. Now, this work, I'm loading it straight into Power BI. I did not do any form of cleaning there because I want to perform some of our functions. So I will come to my data so we can see the list that was imported. From this list that was imported, okay, now the next thing I want to do with the help of my data, these are what you can use to do your DAX formulas. It can come as a measure, it can come as a quick measure, as a column, or as a table. Now, the first one I would like to do, look at this column called gender. I don't like it as small letter. So I want to have another column here, and maybe the column will be gender 2. Now my gender 2 should be whatever I have in gender in uppercase. So new column, So this new column, gender 2, should be what? Should be equals to, start my square brackets. I mean, my upper, that is a function I want to invoke. So you type your function first. When you type your function, it will tell you what. So the function is upper, and it's already explaining to you what upper can do. So where is the test? Don't forget to call up a column in Power BI, start with a square bracket, or the column will show, pick the column in question, and close your parentheses. So let me press enter at this point. It will tell me, so this is my gender is now upper case. So If I want it in lowercase, all I need to do is to say lower. So it will take it to lowercase. And did I mention proper when I was going through my lists? Now, proper is not listed here on my list, but proper is a function you can use within Microsoft Excel. So please, as I said, the functions, they look very, 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 very similar to each other. Now, that is that for gender. If I don't want gender, I want the first letter of the gender also. The first letter of the gender. So gender initial. So the gender initial, because I want the first letter, I will say from the left. From the left of what? From the left of that gender. Give me how many character from the left. Can you see? It's already guiding me. Number of character. I need just one character from the left. So please, I need you to pay attention. So what we are doing this today, all our section must close by 15 minutes to the end. And once the section closes, we'll encourage you. We are going to take a survey, and the survey comes with about 3, 4, or 5 questions. The best person in our survey, every Saturday, we have a parcel for you. The only challenge is I don't know how you get your parcel. So we make up our mind every Saturday. Let's encourage you guys, and there will be a badge that will be given to you. That's the section shoots we anchor 15 minutes to the end of every section. Shoots we take that.
There is Go-Kada in town, sir.
Hello, you said?
I said there is Go-Kada in town. Go-Kada.
Go-Kada, okay. So Shooks, anyhow, you must get their parcel to them, either through Go-Kada or Com-Kada. Okay, so let's go on. Now we have seen all these guys. Oh, I want to use stream. Good. I want to have a new column. Where is it? New column. That new column. I don't like. Look at the way the names are. Space, MR, and so on and so forth. I don't like this. So I can say name 2. Let me just say name 2. Name 2. Because you can't give it the same name with what you already have here. Name 2 equals to help me to trim. What should I trim? Trim for me. What am I trimming now? Trim for me, name, square brackets. What's my name? Help me trim that name and close the bracket. Hit your enter button. You have a name that is neatly arranged. So can you see this? So we can come up with what? With trim. Now, look at this total spend. I remember I said something. If I want the total spend to just be in 1 decimal place, what will I do? And I want comma to be part of the work. What will I do? So is a function. Maybe that will be the last function I will do before I go to the date and time. From my presentation, where is my presentation? From my presentation, somebody should just tell me which of these can I use to achieve that. Nobody is talking. Which of these function can I use to achieve that? I've taken time to talk about this guy. So I'm going to use fees. Return a number to the specified number of decimal place. So let's try this. So I need a new column. Give me a new column. Where art thou? Give me a new column. And this new column, call it T-spend. T-spend. T-spend equals what? T-spend should be equals to fees. Good. When I say fees, it's telling me what number are you trying to fees. I'm trying to fees number total spend, square bracket, total spend, square bracket, my total spend, that's it, comma. It's now going to ask me, how many decimal place do you want for this? I want 1 decimal place, comma. The next one is you now want me to tell, do you want comma on your work or you don't want comma on your work? This last one needs from you 0 or 1. Let me say 0 for now. Close the bracket and press enter. Come on, where's my answer? Do you see? To 1 decimal place and there is a comma on the work. Or I can say 0. I don't want 0. 1. 1 means please don't put comma on that work. 1 means don't add comma to the work. Or I want it in 2 decimal place. 2. Now all these things, call up your function. When you mention the function, the intelligence will come up to guide you and try to make use of the intelligence to solve all your problem. So at this point, I'm going straight to date and time. Now, look at this. Look at the date this man was born. And okay, I need a column that will show me today's date. Can I just delete some columns out of this place? You column, can you go away? Delete. Permit me, I'm removing everything to just leave the date and time so that we can see what we want to do. Delete. Delete. Come on, move fast, please. Oh, I did not treat concatenate. Please practice all other functions. So when you practice them, anyone that you have problem with, drop it on our community, either on WhatsApp, on Kaizela, or on Telegram. So we have our experts there that can help you attend to those issues and solve them for us. So let's quickly work on dates. Between the dates, I need a date column. Sorry, where is insert, insert, insert? Okay, new column. Come on, new column, good. The new column should be what? This new column should be today. This date. Let me just make it descriptive. Equals to today. That is. Oh, I have 2 equals to sign now. Equals to today. And don't forget, when you use equals to today, it will give you today's date when you hit enter. If you say equals to now, it will give you the date and the time. So those are, at least I've touched 2 from what you have there. Equals to now, it will give you both the date and the time. Now, apart from that, I need between the date this man was born and today, how old is he, if this man? Give me another column, call that column age. Come on. I thought this guy is responding to me. Good. Call that column age. Age should be what? Give me the date difference. But in Excel is 1F you use. In Power BI is 2F. Date difference between which dates? So it's already guiding me. Return the number of units. You can specify your units between 2 input dates. So square bracket from the date I was born. Where is that? I thought I have date of birth somewhere there. DOB, good. DOB, comma, to the second date, which is today's date. Today's date, comma, give me the answer. Do you want it in days, in months? I want the answer in years, please. Close my bracket, and that marks the end of date div. So this guy is 42 years old. So let me do one more. Where is the list? Let me just scan through the list and pick anyone from the list. Good. So from the date subscribed, somebody needs the year. What will I do? Just come up a new column and want it to be called what? Year subscription. Subscription year should be equals to what? Extract the year open a bracket. Extract the year from where? From the square bracket, from the subscribed. From the subscribed, close my bracket and hit your enter button. So it's going to extract the year, and what you have there is just the year only. The same thing if you want the day, I can say extract the day. Definitely the day will be between 1 to what? 1 to 31. So between 1 to 31. So, okay, my time is up. So let me allow questions, and I hand over to Shoots for this session. So, any questions so far?
Yes.
Okay. Please, if you can mute yourself. I can hear a lot of background noise.
Okay.
You can
Now,
mute yourself. Okay,
now,
thank you.
the question is that you should create a date table before you go. That's the question.
That we should create a date table before going.
Yes.
Okay, where is my Power BI? Oh, share my screen again. Okay, date table. Fine. Now, look at what I have here. I want to create another table. I only have one table here. I want to create another table. So back to my tools. You can do measure. We can do column. Most of the things we do today is column. You can do table. If you are doing measure, there's one of the function that has X with it. That's a very good example of measure. It will return for you a single scalar answer. Now, let me create a table, for example. So when I click on new table, it will ask me what is the name of the table. My table. Sorry, if you are not speaking for now, you can mute yourself. Thank you. So I want to call the calendar table calendar table. Let me give you that name like that. Calendar table equals to what? You can say calendar. That is the function. Lender. Now, when you are using calendar, you can either say calendar or calendar auto. I made mention of something. When I say calendar, on your own, specify the beginning date of the calendar and the last date of the calendar. That is how calendar work. From 1st of January, from 1st of January 2021, 2021 to, let me see my dating system. My dating system is month day. So the month will come first on my own. The month December is 12. The day 31, 2021. Please be conscious of your dating system on your computer. If you look at the bottom here, you see my dating system is month before the day. Now, once I'm done with this, I hit my enter button. It will generate a calendar from the start date, which is this date, and go down to the end date. But I don't like this. I rather prefer calendar auto, so that it will go and check all my work. Calendar auto, don't bother to put anything there. This will look at all your transactions, all your tables. Look at the smallest date and the highest date on that, and help you to build a calendar. So, and this is dynamic. I love it. Let me press enter. So this is 2021, but this one that will come up now will not be, why is this not responding? Oh, there's no date time on my work. Is that possible? Is this not a calendar? Sorry. Oh, it's a test. Make it a date. Sorry, make my date of birth a date. I'm okay. Make this also a date. It has gone through and it said it can't find dates in my data. Make this a date also. Thank you for doing that for me. Though I've done this during the ETL, I just jumped it. Good, make this a date. Let's go back to our calendar table. So why did you say you won't work? Yeah, work now. Can you see? He has even done the work. The earliest date he saw is 1949. Somebody was born in 1949. And the last date there in my data is 2017. He has extracted all these and they are all on my list. Any question so far? Any other question? Oh, I can see hands up. Oh my
Okay.
God. So let's have Oyebola. After that, let's have Margaret. Oyebola, over to you.
Good evening, Mr. Deji. My question is outside of that function. Can I go ahead?
Please go ahead.
I want to, I have several reports and dashboards in a workspace, and I would like to grant access to my organizational users to
Good.
read the dashboard and the reports. Do I need
Good.
to publish an app to do that, or what do I need to do?
Fine. Now, number one, the way Power BI work, Power BI has security on it. If the name of your company is oyebola.com, that's your domain, and I am in another company, ayodeji.com, I don't have right to see the data. If you share with everybody in your organization, they can see it. I don't have right to see the data. But as long as they are all in oyebola.com domain, you don't have a problem. So make sure that they all have access to that workspace. That is the first step. The second step, you can build an app and share the URL of the app with them. If you don't want to build an app, you can actually go to is it share? Under share, you will see URL embedded. Select your URL, I mean the URL script, and send the URL to anybody. They will be able to see your report. That means if you make it public, the URL script you make public, if it gets to me, I will see it. But don't use that. Go through the what app. The app comes with a security again. They will not allow somebody from outside to see that report. So that is that. I hope I'm clear.
Okay, so you are saying that I can publish it in an app so that all the organizational users can access it, or I grant them access in the workspace?
Number one, if you don't grant them access in the workspace and you give them the link, it's useless. It will tell them they don't have access to it. So you must also grant them, all of them, access in your workspace. And if the company is so large that the staff, they are running to maybe 20,000 staff, I will beg you, create a group, dump all of them in a group and grant access to that group from your Active Directory, AD. So that's more technical. If you understand it, fine. If not, add them one by one. And once you add them, create an app and send them the link. They will all see it. But people from outside will not see it unless you publish it to the public. That's the web. Okay.
Okay.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Margaret, let's have you.
Thank you, Mr. Deji. This was a really intensive course. Okay, my question is related to the date and time function.
Okay.
If you have a date and time that is not separated by /, where you have year, month, day lumped together, how do you get to include / in order to separate your date and time?
That's a very, very good question. Permit me, we are going to shoot a little above our time. I'm sorry. Let me quickly answer this. Most software, some ERP solution, when they export your date and time, they don't put / in between. I have met this a lot. Thank you for asking that question. It's better we deal with it now. Oh, okay. Under home, enter a data. So permit me, let me quickly create a data from here. Let me say sales date. So the sales date, look at the way the ERP will work. It will now write 2021. It will now write 0304. The meaning here is this sales happened in year 2021, month 03 and year 04. This is common in some databases out there. So let me just have 2 or 3 rows. Another one, This sales happened in 2021, 1, 2, 2, 8. And the last one happened in 2021, 1, 1, 1, 1 is 11. Or let me say 05, 05, 1, 5. So I hope this is clear. Is this what you are saying, Margaret?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Where is delete?
Sir, we have not gotten our feedback form.
Oh, please, Shooks, drop the feedback form. When you drop it, please let me quickly give you a background. The feedback form, immediately you finish the feedback form, you go to page 2. You tell to go to page 2. Page 2 of the feedback form is just some question about what we are doing every Saturday. Some question about what you've done today will automatically show. Answer it. You get your answer result immediately. And the best student and the first to submit, you might have, all of you can get 100%, but who is the first to submit? So please be careful and be fast. So once you get your feedback, attend to it. Shooks will handle that. And once you pass, it will give you your result that you've passed. And from there, get your prize from us and get a badge. Please, your badge, feel free to showcase it. LinkedIn, Twitter, everywhere. We want to be celebrating ourselves, please. Thank you very much. So, Shooks, I'm sorry I'm hitting into your time.
Yes, I've dropped the feedback form on the
Yeah, I've
chat.
dropped it.
Okay, so that is that. Dates, sales. Just permit me. Let me just rush this part. Load this work. I hope you can see my screen. Can you still see my
Yes.
screen?
Yes.
Now,
Yes, we can see.
I'm going to answer this, what you have here, with all what we have learned today. I will combine so many things together to turn this into a real date. So now what will I do? This always comes as a test, not a number. It always comes as a test from a database. Make it a test so that it will be clear. This way it comes from a database. I need a column on this. Give me a new column. This new column, please, I need the real dates. Let me call it real dates. Real dates should be equals to what? Should be equals to dates. I mentioned dates in my on the list of the date function. This help you give you the correct date in the correct format. That is the work of date function. Give me the date. Now, whenever you use a date, it's telling you, show me the year from the work first. After that, show me the month, then show me the day. I will say, please, the year. The year is the first 4 digits. From the left, L-E-F-T, from the left of sales date, comma, pick 4. That is the first part. After that, the month. The month from the mid of that same sales date, comma, starting from position number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Position number 5, pick 2. Not just 2. If you say 2, it will not give you the correct answer. For mid, you must specify the starting position and how many characters to pick. And finally, from the right of what? Of that same sales date, please help me pick 2 characters from the right. At this point, I am done. This will come as a neat date function with time if you have it. So please, that is that. Let me drop this formula on the meeting chat in case you might need it. Where is the chat? Okay. Any other question, please? Any other question? Let's take it to our chat, to our group. We take it from there. So Shooks, over to you, please. Okay, I guess Lucent wants to say something, or Rashid. If none, Shooks, over to you, please.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Deji, for the job well done, taking us through the taking us through DAX, both test function and date and time function. So like Mr. Deji said, we'll be every week there's going to be quiz, and this quiz will come with the feedback form, which I've dropped already. So the first best person will take home our parcel. So, and then also a badge will be given to each person, and and on our platform we will take our time in order to celebrate the person. So these are part of the benefits you get when you are on this platform. So we'll be expecting your report, your responses. So I already had 7 responses. So I will still give like 2 more minutes. Then after which I will announce the person that will take home our prize for today. So
okay.
I'm still waiting.
Okay, thank you. So as Shooks is waiting, when he sent me the digital swag, I was so happy. I hope I still have it on my system. Oh, okay. Let me check my WhatsApp. Please quickly fill your form. Let me see the digital swag. Okay, I've seen it. Can you copy it, bring it to PowerPoint? Let's have it there on PowerPoint. So, Shooks, have you seen your winner? Announce the winner. Let's know the winner for the week. Okay, please, you can check your answer. Check for the correct answer. And if any of the answer is not correct, please let him know, because sometimes teachers can make mistake. So, and please appreciate him. As we are doing the lecture, he's busy building that at the back. So he's a nice guy. Thank you very much, Shooks. I appreciate you. So this is the way this digital swag will come. Your name will be at the bottom. I don't know if there's a place for picture. So, but we just have to keep celebrating ourselves online. So thank you very much. So, as a way of rounding up, I hope there is no more question or anything on the meeting chat. Where is the meeting chat again? Good. Is there, oh, there's no other questions there for me. Okay. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate. So please create a calendar table. We've done that. Please, can we have the PowerPoint presentation? Okay, Shooks, please. As you upload anything to YouTube, always add the slide, PowerPoint presentation to it, please, so that they can have the PowerPoint for every week. Okay, Margaret, again, what do you have? Question for us?
Yes, please. Yes, a quick one. Sorry. For when this applies to Excel. So when using concatenate on Excel, say where you have names of colleagues in the office and the separate first names, last name separated into 2 columns, and you want to concatenate. I've had a situation where the first cell, the upper one, actually concatenated successfully, but subsequent cells didn't. Please, what could be wrong in that instance?
So please, all what you need to do, you need to check the content very well. Make sure that the content of what you are concatenating is correct, because sometimes what you are concatenating is not, what you are seeing in the cell is not what you are actually working with. Excel is tricky. So what I will advise you is, just one that is not correct, go and click on that cell and look at the address bar, what they write there on the address bar. So once you're able to do that, then your concatenate will work very well. Formula is simple. Just take your time to study it. So by the time you look at it and it's proving stubborn, create a scenario for us in our next meeting. Mr. Collins, oh, sorry, Mr. Collins will be coming up next week next week Saturday, 3 to 4, to talk to us about time intelligence. And this is what we encourage in our community. It's not Mr. Ayodeji's presenting every Saturday. No. If you know a topic that is key, please. But we have devoted the next 4 Saturday from today for DAS. We'll be talking about DAS. So I've given you all the DAS function. We are picking them gradually until we finish them. After that, we will go. Some of us have submitted topics. Thank you very much. Shooks drop a link for you to submit your topic. Go there and submit your topic. We appreciate it. So Mr. Collins will be with us next Saturday. Okay.
Margaret. Okay, so in such scenario, you may need to trim first, all right? It's possible there are some invincible character, and that way it may not work. So ensure you trim that particular column so that invincible, probably leading spaces or trading spaces are taken out. Then if you concatenate, of course, it will work by using your autofill.
Okay, thank you very much. That's a brilliant one. Thank you. So Shooks, our time is up.
All right.
Let's hear.
So we have a winner. Victor Eze is the winner for today. So
Victor what, please?
Victor Eze.
Victor Eze.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You are the first to win our award on this platform this year. Last year, somebody won a voucher to do our training, a free training from us. And we did something similar last year. And it's so painful that the winner is not from Nigeria. The winner came from another country entirely. So, Victor, can we see your face? Is it possible? I'm trying to look for Victor on my list. I can't see Victor on my list. Victor, can you unmute? Let's hear you. Okay. So, Shooks, I hope you have a way to reach out to him. If not, you give it to the first runner up. Okay, to second position. So thank you very much. So thank you for filling our feedback form. And by next week, same time, do have a nice time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, and thank you.